Good morning, friends, and welcome to another studio vlog. My name is Miss Bev, and I'm the owner of Miss Bev Creates, and I am a self-taught digital illustrator and a professional doodler. And here you see me pulling out of the facility where my husband is at. He's still in rehab, and don't know how much longer he's going to be here. Unfortunately, I do miss him so much, and just our routine, normal, has been completely turned upside down. But anyway, he is improving little by little. He's lost all his strength, and they're baffled as to what's going on with him. But little by little, he is regaining a little bit of strength. So if you think about it, please keep him in your prayers, and I appreciate it. Thank you. And here I'm showing you the drive home, and I specifically wanted to show you the Blue Ridge Mountains because there's a beautiful view here shortly of the mountains, and it's spectacular. Of course, it's better in person. And if you've ever heard of the Blue Ridge Mountains, they're here in Virginia, and there they are. That's why they're called the Blue Ridge Mountains, because they look blue, don't they? Isn't it beautiful? But anyway, I get to see this view every day on my way home. So here we are back in the studio, and I'm going to be showing you what I've been working on lately. I've been working on drawing our Corgi dog, Dexter, standing up in different outfits. I've never done this before. I've drawn him sitting down, but never standing up. And so this is my first one. He's a tourist here. Isn't he adorable? And then I drew the second one, and he's in his summer outfit, getting ready to go do some scuba diving in the kiddie pool with his rubber ducky. So I thought I would draw him in the pool, even though he's not really crazy about water. And then this is my next drawing that I'm going to show you all that I'm going to do with it. You're going to watch me color it in and everything. But I drew him, and then I'm going to show you what I've done with this image, this illustration. I went ahead and kept the basic illustration, and that's what you see here. And then when it's to where I want it to be, I had to go back and make some changes again. But anyway, when you get to the point where it's perfect, you duplicate it. And that way you don't have to redraw his face every time, his body every time, and they can all be pretty much cohesive. So let's go ahead and get painting. So that's why I make the duplicates. What I do is I pull one up, and then I draw a new outfit on him. It just makes it so much easier to have an original of his face and body. And then I just draw the outfit on him. I'm drawing these berries, and I call them heart berries because they're not really a strawberry, because I put them on what looks like a cactus. But anyway, it's just a fun, whimsical little plant. And I'm going to paint them red just like strawberries, and they taste just like strawberries. But I call them heart berries because they have the shape of a heart. So now that we're done tweaking and drawing the sketch, I'm now going to start painting. This is the fun part. I love to use Old Beach brush, and I'm not sure if that's standard with Procreate. I've tried lots of different watercolor brushes, and this by far is the best one I've used. I enjoy it, it flows so smooth and it runs just like a real watercolor brush would. So I'm sure there's other ones out there that do the same and are just as fun, but I'm sticking with this one because I have it and I enjoy using it. I use it to paint on my base color on everything, on the whole image, and then I go back with it and use a 6B pencil brush to do the more textures and the shadows and stuff like that. So as you see me here painting his fur, you see me going over the lines, and I do that on purpose just to make sure to get every bit of the color inside the fur. It bugs me when I leave a little white spot, and I fix it right away, and it's good to go. And once I'm done painting in the color, I go back and start erasing it outside the lines, as you can see here. It takes time doing this method, and I'm sure there's other ways to do this, but I really enjoy doing it this way. It's therapeutic for me, especially during these days with my husband in rehab. So just to let you know also that each color, I give it a layer. That way I can go back and tweak it if I need to without compromising any of the other colors. I love how this brush called Old Beach texturizes. I just love it. It kind of looks like a leather, but it's also it's supposed to be a watercolor brush, and it does that too. And that's why I use it so much, especially as the base color, because it just gives it so much texture and a nice effect. It is a brush though that you need to use while you're coloring. You can't lift it up, because if you go back, you'll start creating overlapping lines, and you don't want to do that. So you got to color consistently without lifting up the pencil until you're done. So I hope that made sense. I had to go back to the fur layer because I forgot to paint in his eyebrows. I went ahead and sped this section up as I'm drawing the checkerboard or plaid shirt, only because it just takes so much longer. And what I'm doing here is for each color on the shirt, I'm making a new layer. Just like I said before, that way if I need to go back and tweak it, I'm not compromising any of the other layers and colors. So now we're done with painting in the whole image, and we're going to go back with the 6B pencil now and start drawing some more texture and more shading. What I do is I click on each layer, and then I go to the original color of that layer, which is a tan for his fur, and then I make it darker, just a tad bit darker, and then I go in and start doing the shading. You can do this on a new layer or just on the same layer, but and I usually do I do both. Sometimes I change it around depending on what kind of mood I'm in. If I'm in a hurry, I don't make a new layer. I just do the shading on the original layer. But as you can see here, see what the pencil does. It just gives it such a organic shade of some sort, and I really like the way it works with the watercolor or the Old Beach brush. So I repeat this method with each layer, and then once I'm done doing the dark shading and texturing, I go back with a white color, and once again I pick each layer and give it a little bit of white highlight, and you'll see that when I'm done doing the dark shading. So what I'm going to do here now is just go ahead and speed it up. So we're done with the shading part. And I failed to mention that before I do the white highlight, I go back once again into each layer and do the same method that I did with shading, except I use a lighter hue of each color to go back and give it a highlight. So I do this first before I go back again and pick the white color and even do some more highlighting. So that's what you see me doing here. I'm going through each layer, picking the color and making it lighter, and giving it some highlight of the same hue, more or less. I hope that makes sense. So once you're done with doing everything, the shading, the highlighting, and of course you can always go back and do some tweaking and fixing and arranging and all that stuff until the illustration is where you want it to be and you're happy with it. So that's the fun thing about digital illustration, is that you can go back and make some changes fairly easily. I think what I plan to do with these illustrations is to turn them into postcards with some matching either stickers or die cuts. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, but I do want to make it as a postcard. That way you can have it as a small print next to your desk, on your wall, send to a friend, whatever you want to do with it. But yeah, I think a postcard with matching stickers or die cuts will be a good idea to put in my Etsy shop, and I will let you know once I do have them in my Etsy shop. But I believe I'm going to do all my illustrations of Dexter in his summer outfits as a postcard. So I hope it works out, and I'll let you know once I do have them done. So yay, we've reached the end of creating this illustration. I hope you've enjoyed it, and please let me know. Give me a comment if you did or not. But thank you for joining me. I appreciate it, and this is me signing off. Gotta play with the s'mores. Eat that s'mores? Yeah. Nom, 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 nom. This s'mores tastes better than a chipmunk. Yeah.